Hello. We are live. Woo-hoo. I love going live. I don't know why. There's just seems to be a different energy when we go live. So I'm Amy J, and this is Vibe of the Week.
And I'm Kitty Foss, and this is Vibe of the Week, also with our card pull. We're going to incorporate them together.
All right. So let's get started. Because I'm actually feeling like it's a good vibe for me today. And I'm seeing some things. I'm feeling some things. Of course, this is all going to depend on too, as Kitty will tell you, possibly your sign. But sometimes I feel like if this is coming to me, that it's for the collective as well, and somebody will resonate with at least a part of it. But what I'm feeling is there's a newness coming in. It's like there's just a new breeze. The air temperature feels different. There's just a newness coming in. And what I love about this is it feels like it could be a newness in anything. It could be you bring in a new way to communicate with someone. You bring in a new way to take care of yourself. You're working on a new project. It just feels like there's a newness coming in. And of course, that probably goes along with the energy of the new moon and setting our intentions, which Kitty will go into more because I don't really know much about it. I live vicariously through Kitty when we're talking about moonology stuff here. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so I do feel like there's a newness. I feel like there's that kind of thing coming through. And I'm going to I want to pull some cards first. But that's the feeling I'm getting. Put yourself out there a little bit. Maybe try something new or just change something up. Don't let it be stagnant. Now, I know Mercury retrograde can be a challenge. I've had my ups and downs with it. But I do want to tell you about how I opened myself up to surprises because I heard a message in the morning in my meditation. Oh, you're going to have a surprise today. So I like surprises. So I opened up to the surprise. Well, on the way to the store, a rock hit my windshield and cracked it in 3 places and it had to be replaced. So maybe that's not exactly the surprise I was looking for. However, out of that, some good things come out of that. I got to go spend the day at my daughter's because it took like 4 hours to get it replaced. And she picked me up and we spent time with the kids and, it was just great. So I don't want to, close those opportunity things down. Yes, retrograde brings things up for us and it makes us revisit things. But if you can look at it like you're looking at it again so that you can release it and open the spaces for something new. And that's kind of where I'm feeling. And open up to those surprises because the next time it might not be a rock to the windshield. It might be a really good opportunity, or it might be somebody gives me a gift or something. Who knows? It could be anything. But you need to open yourself up to those surprises and not think, oh, geez, another rock to the windshield. Because that could have been not a good surprise. But I didn't look at it like that. I just looked at it like, okay, just shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Just happens. So anyways, Metatron gave me a couple cards here. And what is he saying for this week? Okay, well, this is a good one. Number 15, clarity. Can you say that, Kate?
Yeah.
Go within. Go within. So then this is a good time too. If you're thinking about contemplating doing something new or trying a new meditation or a new practice to your spiritual routine, this is a time where you can think about.
Oh my, she froze. Huh? Well, let's see. Am I talking on the thing? I'm going to check my. There goes Mercury retrograde. What can you say? Let's see. Am I talking? Yep. It's me who's on. So that's good. Thank you. Well, I think I'm going to switch on over then to reading the astrology since I'm on. So, as Amy was talking about, it is an interesting week. There are a lot of newness coming. And one of the things that has happened in the big solar sky is that the solar energy, usually when you have eclipses, you have the solar eclipse first, and then you have the lunar eclipse after, because the solar eclipse plants the seeds and the lunar eclipse comes along and illuminates them. That's not what's happened this year. So what's happening this year is this lunar eclipse that happened back at the full moon illuminated all of these kinds of things that we're learning to let go of, because we are getting ready for that newness, and that what we're going to plant those intentions on the full moon. And because it's a solar eclipse, it is now going to make them grow. And so it gave us an opportunity to illuminate those things to move out of the way. And this new solar eclipse that's coming on Thursday is going to now give us the opportunity to plant them and get going on them. Now, there's still a little bit of a veil out there. So this is about that creativeness. This is about that ability to find out now what I want, and to be really super in the artistic piece. A lot of this week is all about ourselves and taking a look at it. So if we look at, it's about persevering and increasing our positivity, and that there is this shift into love, because both Venus and Mars this week are in this love vibration. On Monday, we're looking for that inner balance, because there's going to be some restrictions that we're, those kind of quirky energies that we're letting go of that final time before we get to this Thursday. And then comes Wednesday, Spirit is all about your talents, active emotional life, great willpower to nurture and bring forth the things you want to get ready. Get that dirt ready for that Thursday planting of this Gemini energy. Now, we were in Sagittarius and we illuminated truths that no longer serve us. We've been letting go of things, sorting through, and now we're in that Gemini energy, that intellectual opening up kind of energy. So on Wednesday, we'll have great willpower to get it ready. And we're talking about the law and structure, but we're also talking about the bigger law, the law of the universe. I actually heard someone compare the word law to the word God. In other words, there is a pattern, there is something that guides all of us. And we're going to learn to control this flow as we look at this gambit, because on Wednesday, we're getting ready to pursue and look at those larger pictures, new things in recent months. We're going to have a chance to go back that we've been looking at. And then, boom, here comes Thursday, 6:53 a.m. We're going to, oh, Amy's back, so we're going to switch the order. There we go. I'm in the middle of the reading, so we'll switch it back. And
Hey,
so
Mercury, surprise!
So on that new moon on Thursday, it's at 6:53 a.m. We're going to be able to look at how our creativity is high, this view of reality that we've been looking at over this next 6 months. There's a lot of support. Even though Mercury's in retrograde, it's got support from Saturn in its structure. And we also have this Mars energy that is working together to meet this creative with Mercury, also to be able to inspiration and have us be creative. And so the only thing that there's a little bit of a struggle with Mars and Pluto, the transformation and the will. But the way we get around that is our Taurus energy, our home and what we're building, is working with Libra. This is about balance in this new beginning. What's the little steps that I take? And then I know the veil's there, and I know there's great energy for me on the other side of the veil. So I'm going to balance, be at home, and look at what creativeness is out there. The word of the week for me is, what's reasonable? Reasonableness, not limit with this veil, but so what's clearly available for us to take those next steps and take care of ourselves. Then comes our Friday, and yippee, we got Mars moving into Leo, and Leo is all about being seen and what can we do, and it's a great energy now for our will. It's about hypnotic things. People, we can really take that fire energy, and it's working with, as it's in Leo, it's working with our emotions. And we've now had this great, very strong moon in Gemini, and new moon in Gemini. Make sure you've got your calendars ready for your setting your intentions, because they're now for 6 months because of the solar eclipse. And now you've got these positive energies that you're sending into the veil. And here's the law of attraction. I'm sending them out because I know as that veil pulls away, that's what I'm bringing to myself in this new beginning. That's a great day this Friday for singing and dancing and artistic. I'm wearing, this is a week of fun, and to really look at the fun that is out there. Because when the moon moves into this Cancer, it's its natural placement right after this powerful Gemini moon, and that's where the moon lives, and it's all about nurturing. This whole week you've got Taurus home and Cancer nurturing. That mother, this is a good time if you didn't have the greatest mother experience. This is a good time to work on mothering with yourself. With all these 5 planets in retrograde, it is all about, as triggers come out, you have a new opportunity to release them and recreate the story that exists. And then come the 12th, you've got that mother relationship very powerfully up front. New ways to go our own way. You've got Uranus awakening with it, with the structures that you've gone back over the 6 months with the Saturn in retrograde. So it's not about the big group this week. It's about your own artistic new beginnings. What small steps can I take? What energy am I sending to the veil? So as it lifts, it's ready to come right back at me. Again, reasonableness for your week. Be as reasonable and nurturing. You've got a whole lot of mothering, but you've got this Gemini that's giving you a big choice, and it's very intellectual. So this is a good time to start something new to study and to take those smaller steps. So we'll go back to Amy now.
Well, possibly. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, yeah. I don't even know where I left off. So if I repeat myself, I apologize.
You had just showed us the card, and then it froze as you
So
started.
I don't know what my train of thought was. So again, if it just kind of repeats it, it's okay. I heard what Kitty said a little bit about the newness, and yes, or starting something new. And I talked about that. And yes, it doesn't mean you have to have it perfected. You're working towards the perfection. It's not perfected right now. It doesn't have to be. It's a step. It's a small thing. It's just an acknowledgement that you want to bring something new into your life. So the cards that I got was clarity and go within. And that's the one that I think I already showed you. And this is just about exactly that right there. It doesn't look like they're not taking a lot of action, right?
No, they're just planting the seeds. Clarity and calm. That's this week. Yep.
Right. They're stopping, they're thinking, they're going within, they're bringing down the divine knowledge, and they're just thinking about it. But that doesn't mean, you can't take a small step, or you can't even, I'm going to encourage you, and I'm going to ask you all to just proclaim something. I'm going to do that too. I am working on something that's like really close to my heart, and I think part of my spiritual journey. I'm not ready to share it all with you right now, but I'm just going to put that out there to the universe and proclaim that, I'm working on something. And I have seen that happening around Facebook. People coming up and just saying, hey, I've got some really exciting news that I'll share with you. And they might not share it right then. They might say, in a bit, I'm working on something I think you're really going to like. And I love that, because you're putting that energy and that vibe out into the universe that you are, you're doing something. You're doing something to better yourself, to lift your vibration. So I'm going to challenge you guys all to do that. You don't have to say what it is, or you can. I can also proclaim that I'm working on my health this week. I started thinking, okay, I'm going to drink more water. I'm wearing my pedometer. I'm going to be more conscientious about how many steps I take. I'm trying to make better choices with what I eat. And I can proclaim that that's something that I'm doing. It could be something that you don't need to share, but just put it out there. I'm working on myself this week and I'm excited about it. Yes, Kitty.
That's a good point. Um, if you want to have an idea where a real fertile place is to plant these seeds on this new moon for the 6 months because of the solar eclipse, look at your chart. What house is Gemini in charge of? And then you can look at, mine happens to be health and fun. It's kind of between the two. So that's a good place to be thinking about, where am I going to put my seeds this time. And Leslie Mack asked, what does it mean when your birthday is on the new moon? It means you have a double ability to plant new growth, especially for the next 6 months. So cool.
Okay. So yeah, and inspiration. Again, open yourself to surprises. So my computer decided to update and wouldn't let me do anything. I couldn't get on my phone. And luckily I had this old, gosh, if you could see this computer, I'm surprised you can even see me through the dirt and grime that's all over it. But anyways, I had a backup. So here I am again. 24, orange, connection and attunement. And I absolutely love this card. Okay. Connection and attunement. Whatever that means for you, whatever connections. Remember I said earlier, maybe something new is just a new way of communicating with someone. That could be a new connection, a new pathway, into, the person that you're speaking with or talking to, and attunement, attuning yourself, and that's
a lineup
care.
That's a lineup yoga position. That's about being in alignment. Yep.
Exactly. And look at all the beautiful energy that's coming down from above. The energy is coming down from above. So clarity, attune. What is it, that you want to manifest in your life? Use the new moon to help you. Use your intuition to help you. Use your chart to help you. Whatever works for you, wherever you get your inspiration. And then when you do that, number 16, gold, cup of replenishment is coming your way.
With the infinity sign.
Yes, cup of replenishment with the infinity sign. So infinity to me means endless possibilities. And replenishment means you're just going to be replenished. You're just going to have your cup filled. So in fun does that, and taking some positive steps for yourself does that. But your cup will be filled if you can do some of those things this week. And really, again, I'm going to challenge you to just proclaim something out there. And you don't even have to say what it is, but just say, I'm working on something and I'm excited about it. And I just wanted to put it out there. It's an intention. It's a vibe that several of us, will have. And so I'm going to ask you to do that. And so I also pulled some spirit message cards here. Oh, and it's about relationships. I heard Kitty talking about, the mothering relationship and that type of thing. And this is a beautiful card. Gosh, this computer is bad. This is a relationship.
You can see that well.
Okay. And it says relationships are just mirror images of your own life. Woo. Okay. Let me read that one again. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life, how you feel and treat yourself. Ooh, okay. That's a biggie though, because we talk about mirroring a lot. What you put out there, is what you get back. So it's true with your relationships as well.
I don't know if you heard me talk about whatever you're going to put out, you're sending it to the other side of the veil. So when it moves away, you're right. You're going to mirror it right back.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, I did not hear that. But how you feel and treat yourself as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. Okay, and that includes your relationship with yourself. That also goes back to that whole communication thing. With if you are going to try a new way, a different way to communicate in a relationship with someone because you want it to be better. I mean, that's beautiful. And then memories. Look at this card. Is that not beautiful? And that's kind of a lot of, like we talked about, or like I talked about, that retrograde energy, those things, those memories coming back. And it's okay to heal them and send them back, right?
Right.
But also it makes space for new memories. So your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. Remember the happier moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world. For neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. So that's just a beautiful reminder too, of that veil being thin. And this might be a really easy time for you to make a connection with a loved one that's passed and to think about a memory. And I remember one time getting the message that when we do remember our loved ones, those have crossed over, to remember them with the joy and the happiness, because that's when they want to come to you and share that with you. They don't want to necessarily, think that you remember them and you remember the pain. They want you to remember the joy and the happiness. So beautiful card. And I'm just going to pull our spirit messages here, because then Kitty and I talked about we're going to pull the energy of the day, which is going to be the same thing. So let me finish up one reading before I start another. And so far, so good. Technology is still being my friend. And we'll see how that goes.
Hey, we can punt. It took us we weren't sure you were coming back on, so we waited. Then I went, oh, well, let's just go into the other reading.
Yeah, right. 3 devices later, and I'm back on. Hey, you can't keep me down.
Nope.
Oh, I don't want to say that too loud, because then this is my last device that might go out.
You know what? And that's the reasonableness. What can I do in the situation I'm in?
Yeah, I didn't panic. I just went and grabbed my other devices and hoped that I could get onto them. Okay. Oh, we get this one a lot. Make each day count. Make each day count. And I love that, because that just means exactly. Open yourself up to those daily surprises. Open yourself up to the joy, to the fun, to the memories, to how you can make yourself a better person. And once you start putting out there that intention of, I'm working on something I'm really excited to share you, or I'm working on myself, you'll be amazed how some of those blessings and surprises will come to you. And use love as your energy. Okay? Beautiful. It's all about love. Love is your energy. So if the veil is thin, and as above, so below, if you're putting out the energy of love, it's going to come right back to you, as well it should. And that's how we should live our life, with love as the energy.
Right. And as you keep doing it each day, your vibration stays up, and that's what you attract.
Yes, exactly. So. Okay. I see somebody says that they are working on more fun. Absolutely. You can't have too much fun. And if anybody tells you can, then, well, they're an old stick in the mud, for lack of a better expression, because I don't think you can.
And I do want to say to people, we only can see it as Facebook user unless you go and give us permission to have your name for StreamYard. So, I'm trying to figure out who you are by looking at my Facebook piece. So, and anyway, so now we said we were
a Facebook user.
Yes. Otherwise, you're Facebook user. Hi, Facebook. So, we're going to do our card reading. This is our 6th day of our 10.
Yeah.
And it's going to be kind of fun. I'm letting people know I'm hitting the road for 45 days. So I'll be talking to you from all kinds of places, including next to that lady at some point.
Oh my gosh. Talk about fun.
Fun.
When we come on live, when she is at my house, I have no idea what kind of surprises will be in store for us and for you. If we can even contain ourselves enough to just get on and not, because we get a little goofy when we're together. But
we'll have 6 We'll have 6 devices between us, so one of us will stay on.
That's right. We might have our heads pushed together and sharing one little small phone, but we'll do it.
We'll do it. So, so what I pulled, and you can't, honestly, we keep saying this, but you can't make, random is not random. You can't make this up. The card I pulled today is about daydreaming. And it really is exactly about this new beginning. And, we easily, as we open up, receive our messages, our visions, and our ideas. And even though the veil doesn't give us the clarity across the ability to see, this whole summer is about calmness and getting to clarity. It's also about, it does that on purpose to hold the energy in so we can see what's right in front of us. And we got lovely Gemini giving us the whole gambit of all the different places we can move. And so, relax, open your mind, enjoy this week. Look at your possibilities. You've been clearing out, like that card Amy said, all of those things that were illuminated from the lunar eclipse so that you can plant in the solar eclipse. I will at least type up, if I don't come on, what the different houses are. So if you look up your chart and you see where Gemini is in your chart, you can look at where that most fertile piece of your chart is. So I will at least get that out for you. But anyway, daydream. What are your possibilities, your beginnings?
And I love that. I love that to daydream. And again, it's not about perfection right now. It's about working towards, and nothing is ever perfect. So it will never be perfect, but it's about working towards, walking towards when is the perfect time? What is the perfect answer for you? But
Yes.
Remember that. So, and I am not surprised that this card came up. Actually, I expected this card a couple days ago because it's the number 26 squirrel.
She's been seeing squirrels all week. Squirrel. Yeah.
Squirrel, and maybe I've been like that. Squirrel. You know that commercial? Squirrel.
Yeah,
That cartoon. But actually, squirrel, it's just been, oh my gosh.
If you've never seen the movie Up.
What's that?
If you've never seen the movie Up, that's directly
There
from the
you
movie
go.
Up. Squirrel.
I couldn't
Yeah.
think of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one day in a row. It was like a squirrel invasion, and they just kept coming and kept coming. And I had to stop my car. I was out running errands at least twice to let these squirrels go by because I didn't want to hit them. And there's cars pulling up behind me, like thinking, why are you stopped? Because they probably can't see this little squirrel in the road. But yeah, so squirrels have been making me nuts. No, pun intended. All right, squirrel is about playfulness. Yes, daydream and playfulness. This is the energy for the day, agility, attention, and building a reserve. So there again is just kind of that whole, just starting with those little seeds. Not quite, you don't have it all. But if you are feeling the squirrel energy today, and I think that Spirit was feeling the squirrel energy, and that's why they knocked out my computer and made me run like a crazy person for 3 other devices, because if you're feeling the squirrel energy, you're always game for a good practical joke or prank. So I was talking about surprises, and what did I get? So yeah, playfulness. It's attached to the heart chakra, the squirrel is. So it's saying, oh, I love this. Greet.
Oh, heart. That's all I've gotten all week. Heart.
I know, you've been so connected to that. So the squirrel is telling us to greet each person you pass or meet today with a silent prayer or blessing for their joy, happiness, and contentment. I love that. So it's a silent prayer. Again, it's just, you're sending out that energy, as above, so below. Like you said, that veil, I absolutely love that. And let's see, what else is the squirrel telling us here for the energy? Okay. Ooh, talks about flying squirrels. Oh, so it's talking about taking leaps if you're willing to spread your wings just a little bit. So fly like that squirrel today, even if it's in your daydream and you're thinking of the possibilities or where you could go. Be a flying squirrel. Send out some beautiful silent blessings to strangers and play, play, play. That's what I got for you.
You have reasonableness available for you.
Yeah.
No limits. stepping into that. Thank you, Robin. Robin says we're both beautiful, and she does. Robin shorts out watches and clocks, and so
Oh,
and there is something with Amy and StreamYard.
yeah,
There
yeah.
is there is
My
something.
nemesis. It's my
So we will
kryptonite.
be doing Zoom for our guests because of it. Yes,
Well,
and
I
we love
don't even
StreamYard. We
know
love
because
StreamYard.
I love StreamYard.
Yeah.
I love the ticker tape. I just love how you don't have to worry about hitting recording. You can blast it on several different, platforms. I absolutely love it. But you know what? We're just in a little, we're just having a little disagreement, or maybe we're just trying to
They're
work it out.
they're learning from each other. Yes,
That's right. We're going to change our
and it's not
communication.
even just our StreamYard. We were trying to get her on Get Spooky StreamYard the other day, and
Yeah.
it still happened. So
Yeah.
but we'll get there.
Yeah.
And
I'm going
so
to change my communication with StreamYard, but I can't do it live because I don't want to, get any fines or anything. If I
we have 2 programs this week as a reminder. We have the branding wizard, Lizette, coming on. It's really worth it, especially if you guys are thinking of business and looking at that. She just gets your mind going. Even if you're not ready to start, hey, there's that new beginning this week. Take the step, get the information, gather, so when that veil moves and you know where to go, you're up and running. She's amazing, guys. We are so grateful to her. She, this is not a one and done kind of person. She continues to help us. She even lets us know, hey, ladies, why aren't you doing this? So
that's so true. And she's very personable, very helpful. And she takes you at where your level of knowledge is, because, I'm pretty low down there with computer type knowledge of that kind of stuff. And so anyways, she's been great to work with. We've worked with her. We continue to have a relationship and continue to want to do things with her in the future for intuition of the soul. And even if you're not ready, just like Kitty said, just come and gather some information so that when you are at that point, take some notes. I really suggest you take some notes, because she will give you some very, very valuable information. I took notes the first time I met her, and Kitty and I still refer to them today.
And we'll be picking her brain about Pinterest. And then, yes. And then our other wonderful guest, especially if you're an animal person, especially a dog person, Anna Paulson's coming on for us. And she really, even in her little clip, she gave us such a great little breadcrumb about how we assign human priorities, and dogs don't have the same priorities. You'll really enjoy her. So Tuesday at 8:00 and Thursday. Tuesday is the branding. Thursday is our intuitive animal communicator. Just phenomenal.
Yes. I'm going to ask her to share with us some tips and some things to do, especially when we have dogs that might have some behaviors. I'm sure she has got a lot of training, a lot of experience. I love how so many people that come on have left the corporate world and they're doing these spiritual things. What a blessing to be living the life of their dreams, really. I love it. So she's got some great knowledge. She's just a very kind soul, and your pets will love it. And so if you have a pet too on that night, maybe just have that pet around you in case that pet can get a little reading or something. I don't know. She might.
She uses all kinds of different technologies that we love, like sound healing and Reiki. But really, so we're really super looking forward to her. I will get a schedule out for the summer. We've cut down on how many offerings, really just 2 a month, though we do have a third one in June, just because we know people are traveling and doing all of those things. But September is huge energy, huge photonic energy, and we're also going to be hitting the ground with even more things coming. So, but anyway, we'll get that out. And
you are not going to want to miss the Amy and Kitty live show from my backyard. It's going to be a hoot. We're going to have so much fun, and it probably won't happen, but you may think alcohol will be involved. It probably doesn't, because neither one of us drink, but we both sound so crazy when we get together. It's going to be so much fun.
It will be so much fun. Yeah, it'll be so much fun. We may have to tape it because we're not sure live can take the vibration. So, um, anyways, and that will be on the 18th. So,
All
oh
right.
no, the 19th. Well, 18th or 19th. We'll see. How it works out. But I'm looking forward to seeing Amy and meeting her tree, Gladys, and all of the um,
Arrows
yeah,
and
and
Harmony,
and
the
Hank. I'm looking
triplets.
forward to meeting
Hey,
Hank and and Don too. Sorry.
yes, and who knows? You might even get to meet, Bobo and Sass.
Well, Bo will know who I am, though he will probably be surprised that I'm not on a phone.
Yeah,
So,
that you're not this big.
that I'm only this big. So, yeah, looking forward to it. So, and again, if you haven't had a chance working with your manifesting calendar, it is great. We have our own numbers. We're using them for our intuition of the soul. And anyway, I think it's time. We've been on for 35 minutes. So,
Okay. Yeah, this is really awesome, you guys. Stephanie Getz made these. And for those of you that aren't like Kitty, who really knows her stuff, you can go, oh, that's what Kitty's talking about. Or like today when I have to ask her before we come on, is it a new moon or a full moon? Which one it is? Now I don't have to because I've got my own little moonology thing here. So,
and we had put on Thursday, we wanted 350 members, and we were at 349, and we did a guest thing, and all of a sudden we jumped. So, please invite your friends to join us. The numbers do help, and that means we make more. It creates our network to be bigger, and more people come in and stuff. Also, we're going to be promoting our wine and spirits party. That's a fun thing for the summer for folks, where you get a little mini reading, you get a little wine, you bring your own wine, and you get a psychic reading, and it's a lot of fun. So if you're looking for a fun summer kind of evening thing,
lots of fun, lots of laughs.
lots of fun, lots of laughs. So anyway, from Intuition of the Soul, namaste. I think we're also going to start saying aloha
Oh.
because we have a guide, Lelo Liani, from Hawaii that had come to us very early on, and she's the one who wrote the song Aloha Aloha O. So Aloha O, which
I
means
like
farewell until we meet again.
Aloha. Oh.
Aloha O.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, where's my thing? There.
Yeah, where's
Aloha O.